So, welcome back. So, in this video, we'll continue from where we last left off from this jet. We'll do the intakes and tail this time. So, as you can see, the fuselage is like this. Tail pallet. And yeah, let's start. It's usually best if you leave the tail as is. Just for now, because air intakes are quite important for making the jet look good. I've decided to make them like the MiG-25. And how will we do that, you may ask? With conveyors. Grab conveyor wedges and place them here. This won't actually be a MiG-25, but it will be a jet instead. Place them in a 3x3x3 configuration. 3 tall, 3 wide, 3 thick. Now, the coloring is quite important. How do you color these wedges is relatively hard because it usually snaps to the conveyor part instead. So, after you're painting it, make sure you haven't painted the conveyors. You can paint them easily like that. Now, continuing. We'll fill it like this with normal blocks, or if you want it to be PvP, you could use paint blocks for more armor. I found it to be relatively useful, but not often. So it might just be laggier. You can just paint it up. Yeah. You can either fill it with a hover drive inside or a normal or just normal engines. I'll give you a basic look into a hover drive. So, get your hover thruster. You can line how many you want until it reaches the 7th hover. You do not want any more than that. Set it like this and put the piston. Yes, this is a piston to be where you want to something you will not touch, and set these to for decreased height, use S. You want the jet to be WS, throttle controlled. I like it like that. Lower the drag and make the speed whatever you want. Just 15 is pretty good, but you can do less if you want. Press C and copy it down to all of the conveyor, all of the hovers, okay? You're done with that. You've completed your hover drive. I will not be using it today because I usually don't use them, as this jet is going to be just a normal jet for you guys to learn from. I often like to fill them with super rocket engines or just normal rocket engines. Normal rockets aren't as fast, but it is fine. You see, we've made a casing. Basically, you want it to be a bit longer since it's like not looking long enough or engine-y enough. Like, would think there's more to an engine than that, right? And importantly, don't get stuck inside it. It's something I've seen a lot. You can spawn in and see how the canopy works. And yes, I am in a private server. Whoa. I'm pressing F right now, and that's turning the canopy and the conveyors. Pretty cool thing, but yeah, not that important though. Yeah, continuing. We'll just fill that in. You don't need to, but I usually just do it. So if you want to, just do it. So, back, you can do it in a few ways. Or more than one. I'll just remove that hover drive. First of all, you can just be super duper lazy and just put rocket engines and make them an on-off mode only. And not even bother to do stuff. Or do it the better way. I usually don't. This is somewhat the newer idea I'm using. Remove the corner areas. Grab a triangle wedge each block 1x4. Secure them here on the corners. And you will have this. You might think it's looking ugly right now. Yes, it 100% is. But trust me, bro. And I'll try and do it. You can be even lazier here now and do that, and yeah, it just looks ugly, but you can do something else this time. I've seen a lot of people do it, and it's practically already a perfect circle. Grab huge jet engines, paint them like this, and make them the afterburner. Notice it looks super ugly, so I won't do it, but for the sake of you guys and the simplicity, I'll do it. Though it isn't looking too good, you gotta embrace the imperfections. You can extend it out a bit to make it look a bit better. I would highly advise to not put an engine, rocket engine at the very back, because it can be pretty ugly. Wait a Okay, back. You can just color in the end. Okay. Now this is how I colored it. I'm not gonna go into full detail on how to color the insides, but to go into the blocks. They're pretty useless tip, but pretty funny. And that's the tail and afterburners. So, see you next time in the next video.